When Mike Kosas took over the Muhlenberg wrestling team in June, he knew with no seniors, three juniors, and 7 freshmen, it would be a long first season, taking over for Tom Schleicher, who left the program as the winningest coach with 108 career do-meet wins. The Phillipsburg graduate, however, has maintained his positive attitude through the month of November. Doug Heater has more.
After the first month of competition where the Mules saw some success in their opening tournament at King's College where they placed 7th out of 10 teams, Muhlenberg, who finished 4th in the 8-team Centennial Conference a year ago, heads into their second tournament at Messiah with much higher expectations.
Going into this weekend, I told these guys, I said, this is going to be your true test. This is competition that we're going to face. These are the D3 opponents that we're going to face during the year. They're the guys that you're going to run into in the conference time. So my expectations are that I want to go into that tournament. I want to have a great showing. I want to be top 3 in that tournament. You know, I want to see a couple champions come out of there. I want to see at least 4 or 5 place winners. My expectations compared to what maybe they think are 2 different things. But I really believe we have the ability and the talent to do that. Now it's whether these guys want to kick it into gear and do it.
Since the last time we spoke was in June, you've gone through the first month of competition. I know your expectations coming into the year. Through that first month, you know, how has that been, I guess, first of all, from the head coach's position through that first month of November?
Well, I think the biggest thing was I had to adjust myself to it. The guys, you know, they're coming in with a new coach, and of course they're having expectations of what I'm going to be like. I'm having expectations of what they're going to be like. So it was kind of an adjustment to see who I really had, what I had to deal with, and what I had to mold. And that was one thing, but the real thing was I had expectations of just coming in and running a championship program. That's it. I just want, well, I didn't have that nucleus yet. So I got a lot of young guys, and I'm just trying to, first of all, see what they're capable of, and then try to bring them to the level that I believe they're capable of. They only know this. I want to get them to here, so it's a lot of coaching. It's an adjustment. You know, it's a lot more work than I anticipated.
Where do you see this team finishing in the Centennial Conference?
Again, there's going to be a lot of things that determine that. We're a very lean team. I'm talking we only have 13 guys on the mat. At any given time, if a guy's injured or not, we might not even fill the whole lineup. So that's a difficult thing to handle as a coach who came from a Phillipsburg program or a Division I program where we had 50 guys in the room and it was take your pick. It's going to see who we got who's at the end of the year healthy, who didn't get injured and so forth like that. But if we keep our strong guys healthy, the guys I mentioned earlier, we have a very good shot at making a run at the title. I really believe that. Now, you might come to me at the end of the year and say, hey, Mike, you know, you placed 7th out of 8. What happened here? But by the same token, we talk about that potential. If these guys really want to take what I'm telling them and turn it around and mentally approach the sport as opposed to just physically. Everybody wants to physically approach wrestling. You approach it mentally, and you figure a guy out, and you figure out ways of wrestling, and you figure out ways of scoring on people, we could be dominant, and because we have the talents to be dominant. So I look at it from a standpoint of a coach, looking at what I have, I think we can do really well. I think we could be top 3 in that conference, if not push for the title. But we'll have to see that at the end of the year.
On the scene covering Muhlenberg wrestling, Doug Heater, 2 Sports.
Wednesday night, we pick up our tip of the week. It comes in the sport of wrestling. We check in with Muhlenberg head coach Mike Kosas.
Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Mike Kosas, head wrestling coach at Muhlenberg College, and I have a wrestling tip of the week for you. When a guy gets an underhook on you, don't get worried, because you have an opportunity here to score. First thing is you want to tap this side to get that leg out of the way. Boom. When he steps back, he's giving you the front leg. And right there you have a duck under. Boom. Perfect duck under, 2 points right away. Now, I'll tell you another way. If you are down by 4, if you need 4 points, even if you just want to get the guy to his back, which is what I always like to do, you can bait him. Give him the underhook. Tap the side. Let him come forward. Boom. There's your leg. Duck under. Boom. Right to his back. Turk that leg and get some points. So you can now get 2 and 2, maybe 2 and 3, maybe even a fall. One more time. He's going to bait this guy. He's going to give him the underhook. He gave it to him. Now he's going to tap one side, make him step, go to the other side with a duck under, and bring him right to his back. So remember, if a guy gets you into an underhook, don't get worried and clamp down. You go to the other side. Tap and go. I'm Mike Kosas, head wrestling coach at Muhlenberg College, and that's your tip of the week.